on my fourth month, I made $43,000 in 1 month. And
Bro.
imagine, I quit my job the same day, signed up for real estate school. 3 weeks later, I had my real estate license. Everybody I knew told me, you will never make it. There's too many realtors out there. There's too many people doing that. Everybody that coming from a different country, the first thing they do is, if you are getting into real estate just because it can make a lot of money, stop it right now. This is not going to work.
Welcome back to the Bautista Twins channel. I'm Sean Bautista, and in today's video, we have a very special guest from Houston, Texas, and he has broken every single record in the Houston real estate market. One of my good friends, Avi Sheleg, who I had the opportunity to sit down and chat what it took for him to be a successful real estate agent and how he broke into a market that was brand new to him. So I highly recommend you take notes, you listen to every single tip that he has to offer, and thank you again for watching, and I hope you enjoy. A lot of people, when doing business with you or any type of thing, is they want to get to know who's behind the brand, who's behind the firm, who's the leader of the firm. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
give me an introduction, Avi, about yourself. We want to know who you are, where you're located, and what you do.
Yeah. So my name is Avi. I'm 41 years old. I moved to the United States 10 years ago from Israel. So I only been here, not even 10 years actually. This April I will be 10 years. So I'm going to celebrate 10 years in the States, which is, it's going to be
Congrats.
a nice milestone. And
Congrats, bro.
man, I've been through so much in 10 years. I feel like it's five people's lifetimes in 10 years combined. A lot of good stuff, honestly. Very blessed and very happy to be in this amazing country. And I feel I've learned and I've done so much in very short amount of time, relatively.
Uh-huh.
And this is just just the beginning. So a little bit about me. I got here, barely didn't know anyone, like nobody. And I was kind of like interested in investing in real estate. That was my thing. I came here and I had some money that I flipped a couple of deals back home, and I said, well, I got some money and I know my money can buy a lot here. So, and I've heard a lot of crazy ideas about how you can invest in Section 8 and a whole bunch of stuff. And I was like, wow, that sounds crazy to me. So I came here and I started getting to really get familiarized with what real estate is. And I was kind of bored. I didn't know anyone, right? So what I was doing was I signed up to a CrossFit gym because I knew the community there is a big thing. So that was a really good way to start getting to know people. And on top of that, I was like, well, I want to learn the culture. So I want to meet a lot of like real Americans that can teach me everything, like holidays and slang and everything. So I was just going there, basically getting a fitness class, but also I was soaking in everything I could get, from the foods to the holidays to the slang to through the community, through going out after practice, grabbing some food or whatever. And it was very interesting because everybody that coming from a different country, the first thing they do is they're looking for the closest place to have more people just like them from their community. Like a lot of the times,
Ah,
Israelis go to the Israeli village. If you're Mexican, you're trying to be in a Mexican neighborhood. If you're from somewhere in Asia, like Vietnamese, let me go to be in the Vietnamese area because there is more people like me, so it's going to be more comfortable, so I can speak my language, I can have my food. But I said, well, that's a comfort zone. I want to be out of that comfort zone. I want to be completely, because I moved here, but when I was like 31 years old, right? So I was like,
by yourself?
I'm sorry, yeah, by
Were you
myself.
by
By
yourself?
myself. And I said, well, I don't really have much time, because if I'm not doing it now, it's gonna be too late for me. I'm not a 15, 16-year-old kid who can go to high school and I have all the time in the world, or even 20 something. I was 31. I said, if I'm not doing it now, I'm done. Like, I have to go back and try to make it over there. So I was like, I gotta be around Americans. I gotta be around people from here. I want to learn everything about this place has to offer. So I was basically, every time someone said, well, you gotta go to this Israeli party or whatever, I said, hell no. I'm going to the American party. I'm going to this party. I'm going to that party. just because I wanted to challenge myself.
I
Like
see.
I want to learn the language, because when I was speaking pretty good English, but it wasn't as good as I could learn from someone that is from here, right? So I
For
was like
sure.
just trying to hang out with people from here, from Texas, from Houston, from, tell me about the neighborhoods, tell me about, what's going on, like what is Thanksgiving? I've never heard of Thanksgiving before, never experienced Christmas before. So all of these things were very important to me, and I knew that if I'm going to my comfort zone, I will never. So basically, I'm just staying in my country, but on a different soil, which is very stupid, from my end. That's what I thought, anyways. So, long story short, I started, dating this girl, and she was in real estate, and she tried to convince me to get my real estate license, but she was selling a lot of like ugly homes in the suburbs, and she took me with her to see what she's doing on a day to day, and something didn't click. I wasn't falling in love with it, and I was like, I don't know if it's for me. I don't know. I want to invest in real estate. I don't want to work in real estate. And one day I met a guy at the elevator, and he had like a slick hair, dressed nice, was kind of cool guy. And I knew he's in real estate, but I wasn't sure exactly what he's doing. So I kind of asked him, well, what exactly are you doing in real estate? And he's like, oh, I'm an apartment locator. I said, what's that? So he's like, oh, take my number. Let's catch up later today, and I'll tell you all about it. So I was kept thinking about it the whole day. And I met him a few hours later, and he told me all about it. And he said, you can even make $10,000 a month doing this apartment locating thing. And I said, what the hell? So I can basically, apartment locating is, I'm locating an apartment for you. You go to the apartment, you list the apartment. All you have to do is put my name down on the application, and that's how I make money. So you don't even have to deal with any contracts or any of that stuff. So it's not really a real
You don't
estate
even have to
transaction.
show?
I mean, you don't have to show. There is a leasing agent sitting down there working, for the
Yeah.
property. So technically, it's just more like a referral business in a way. And I was like, you can make what, $3,000 for each client you sign in? And he's like, yeah. And I was just doing the math. And back then, I was just basically working for like this AC company, and I really hated my life. It wasn't really fun. Because in Israel, I was a brand manager for LG cell phones, and I had a nice position. So I came from a good spot. I wasn't really struggling there, but I wanted something different. Anyway, so I was like, wow. So even if I can make five a month, it's still better than what I'm making now. And I can dress just like this guy, be cool, whatever, like I'm used to. So literally, like it was Wednesday or something like that. I quit my job the same day, signed up for real estate school. 3 weeks later, I had my real estate license. And
Damn.
that's a funny story too, because when I went and got my real estate license, first of all, everybody I knew told me, you will never make it. There's too many realtors out there. There's too many people doing that. What makes you think you're gonna make some money? Blah 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 blah. You're gonna fail. You're gonna everything. And I was like, wow, maybe they're right, because it's you know how it is. It's just commission. So doesn't matter how many hours you work. If you didn't close any deals, you're done. But all I remember, he said, you can make $10,000. And I looked at him and I said, if he make 10,000, I for sure can make at least five. Okay, at least five I can make. If he can make 10, I can make five for sure. So I went and I got my license in 3 weeks, and also that's also crazy, because back then I couldn't really read English that good. So I don't even know how I passed the exam, to be honest with you. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: when you want something, it's gonna happen. For some reason, I picked the right answers, but I got my license, and I started working in the same company that guy was working, and back then he was the guy in that company. And in 4 months, I broke every record that guy ever had. I became the best agent in this group in that brokerage. So
Bro.
man, so I started working, and I will never forget, I was just basically kind of lost. So I was like asking agents, what exactly do you do to get clients? Because obviously I'm not from here. I didn't went to college, high school. I don't know people like you do, right? And they're like, oh, we're posting on Craigslist. We're putting ads on Craigslist. And I said, Craigslist, So I asked everybody, how many ads you got? So this guy was this, and he said, I got 30 ads. Then I asked another guy, how many you got? He's like 50. And I started getting to the top agents. And one guy said 100 it was the most.
Shit.
And I said, okay, he's got 100. If I want to make the same money as this guy's making, I need to have 500 because I'm starting, way, way, way below him. I don't know the neighborhoods. I don't know the properties. I don't know the people. I don't know anything. So I got to work 10 times harder than anyone in the office. So that's what I was doing. I was sitting at home, not even at home. I was sitting in a coffee shop, actually, putting my headphones on, getting a refill coffee so I could have as many coffee as I need to keep going. I was putting Conor McGregor interviews on repeat because back then it was like really crazy motivation. I loved
Bro,
stuff he
man.
was saying, and like in repeat. And I was working, I'm not kidding, maybe 20 hours a day. I swear, I was barely sleeping. I was posting like a psychopath, like a crazy person. I think at one point I had maybe 1,000 ads on Craigslist. I don't even know how many. I was just posting like my life depending on it because I knew that if I'm not making it, I have to basically go back to my country and my dream is gone. So
So there was no plan B. It
oh,
was
there's
like
no
you better
plan
get
B.
there.
Yeah, and I rented an apartment, and that deal was they gave me 2 months free, and they said on the third month you got to pay, and it's $1,500, and all I had was $3K in my bank account, and I said, well, if I'm not making money, because with our business with apartments, you rent an apartment and you only getting paid 60 to 90 days after. So I said I got to make money now to get the money in 60 days.
For
So
sure.
I got to save that $3,000 I have just in case I'm going to have to pay rent with it. So, eating very little, chicken breast and whatever, as much as I could get, very clean, as clean as possible. I was very fit too, but back then, I think because of that.
You're still
And
fit, bro.
I need to get better. I need to get better. Money got me eating better. So, but I'm good. Not too bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was working super hard, and I said like, I gotta make it. I gotta make it. I gotta make it. And man, on my fourth month, I made $43,000 in 1 month. And
Bro.
imagine from having $3,000 and I can barely freaking survive. All of a sudden, I made $43,000 in 1 month. That's basically what I was supposed to be making the whole year, based on the $5,000 a month. If I'm basically that's what I'm banking on.
You
And
did it in a
man,
month.
I will never forget it. Like that month that I made it, it was like a stamp that I am not a failure, that I can actually do it. And I don't know. The air felt different. The food tastes better. Everything was better. I don't know how to
Oh,
explain.
bro.
Like succeeding in something that your life is depending on it, get you that feeling of like you're invincible
True
almost.
that, bro.
It's like
So,
it's
so
crazy like how you feel whenever it's like whenever you have that stamp, like you're not a failure, you're good, you're better than 99% of the people who do what you do. That thing is very strong, it's very, very powerful. And ever since then I never looked back. Like my from that month, every month I was making solid 40, 50, 60, and on and on and on. And I was like, climbing, climbing, climbing. And I could never ever like, if I thought 10,000 is a lot, after that I was like, 10,000, what am I, a clown? Like 10,000 is a joke. If I make 10,000, I slap my, like, this is not even, like, who am I? What exactly am I doing? Because money never sleeps. And that
I know
in
that.
real estate, the clients who wants to buy, the clients who wants to sell, the clients who wants to rent, they're going to make the deals with us or without us.
True that.
The hardest we work, the more chances we have to be a part of the deal that is going to happen no matter what.
Exactly, bro.
So what you need to do is just be able to become a part of that deal that is going to happen no matter what. Like that client, George, is going to buy a house. That's it.
That's
Simple as
facts.
that. But me as a real estate agent, I just need to find a way to make sure that George chooses me to do it, to deal with me. That's it. That's all I need to do. So I was like, that's my only job. My job is to get people to know me, and to do a great job and to show people that I'm the best pick for what they need. That's all I need to do. So I chose my focus, and I was very, very focused on one task. I said, I got one thing that I need to do. I need to be in people's faces, and I need to show them that and to prove them that I'm the best at what I do. And that's what I did. That's it. I didn't do anything else. I wasn't trying to be super fancy, super complicated. It was repetitions, it was volume, it was It wasn't perfect. I look at stuff that I was posting. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't great. It wasn't all that. But man, I put the volume like nobody else.
I
I
fucking love
put
this
the
shit.
volume and I put the work in hour after hour, day after day, week after week. No breaks, no nothing. And that what made me to be many people first choice, because I was in their face all the freaking time.
You're
I went to, I used to go out or stuff like that, people that I never met in my life. They said, we know you're the real estate guy, we know you, blah blah blah. Oh man, I respect you, you work so hard. People that never done a deal with me, but they just had to say, hey, we respect your hustle. You respect, because people love to see people work hard.
true
That's one
that,
thing people,
bro.
because think about it for a second. When you see a freaking LeBron playing basketball so great, you appreciate it. You know, it's something that you probably could never be doing. So a lot of people know they cannot hustle like most people. So they appreciate it. It's a skill.
It
You
is,
know, it's a
man.
skill. So I think people looking at you, and especially nowadays when social media is so out there, and they can literally see your life. Like your life is almost like a TV show. It's almost like a reality show. And if they see that you are successful and you are putting the work, this is something most people could never do. Most
Man,
people, most real estate agents quit after the first year. And then maybe 20% quit after the second and third year. So there's not many left. There's a lot of people with real estate license, but not many people are actually
doing the
capable of
business.
doing the work. And you know better than anyone, this work require a lot of sacrifice, a lot of dedication. You know, you have to believe in yourself and you have to work extremely, extremely hard. And the competition out there is so big. And a lot of the times, you're better than many other agents, but they choose that one because he's their friend, he's their relative, blah, blah, blah.
For sure.
And but you have to show them. And many times I was actually working with people that I knew for a fact their friend, their relative are actually in the business, and they're actually not even that bad. But I was just so much better at showing what I do that people were like, you know what? If I need to go to war with someone, I pick this guy. This guy looked
They
like a pit bull to me, so let me
they
choose this guy.
they want to work with the best, and it sounds, man, that's inspiring. This is an inspiring story to hear from you, bro, and like the passion. I could hear it in your voice, bro. Like it's so, man, that inspires me big time, bro. Like
Yeah,
this
man.
story right here.
I I,
Um,
I remember I used to go and I used to say, I'm the best realtor on planet Earth. It wasn't, I don't know if it was true, but I believed in that.
you believed
I
it.
believed in that with all my heart. I'm like, put me against anyone. I really believed in that. And if you believe in something, it's going to get you so far.
It's it's so true because this is the same thinking that I have. This is the same exact mindset that I went into with getting into real estate. My question for you is, let's just say top 3 tips that you would give newer agents just starting out, like how you started out.
Yeah. So many people are, and I was thinking about it today, really. Many people are confusing between simple and easy, right? Those are two words that are very similar, but they're so different, because a lot of the people think that success is easy, but success is actually simple. What's hard is to do the simple things over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. When you're sick, when you're tired, when you don't want to work, when you want to quit every day, when nothing works, and that client canceled and this deal fell, and all and on, and everything, and you still keep waking up in the morning like nothing happened, and start from scratch, and keep pushing. So the plan, people need to understand that they need to stick to the simple stuff. They need to keep everything simple so they can put on repetitions, on repetitions, on repetitions, and that's what's going to win, right? Like, you don't have to. There is one quote that I really love. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to become great. And this is one thing people don't understand. They're trying to make the most amazing video out there, and it takes them weeks and months, and then at the end of the day, 3 people watching it. I'd rather you to make 100 videos that are not perfect, and you for sure gonna get way more eyeballs on your content. So a lot of the times people are just really not, They're thinking they have to, come out as the nicest video, the best music, the best everything. I like it doesn't work like that. What wins in life is the simple stuff, the
True
every
that.
little things. You know, it's the basic stuff. So stick to the basics. Stick to the basics and do it, all the time, all day, every day. This is one tip that I have.
I love it.
Second tip that I have is when you are starting in real estate, don't try to choose the brokerage that offers you the highest split or a brokerage that offers you, things that maybe not going to help you in the beginning. You need to pick someone that can actually mentor you. So you need to pick like a proven mentor, someone who's been doing it for quite some time and have a time to actually give you and want to give you the right advice, because the right mentor can save you many many years, and many times actually can save you the career, because you know how it is. If you're not making it on your first year, second year, you quit, you go back to your old job or you do other things. So you need to really pick and choose who is the right mentor, and you need to listen to them, and you need to do exactly what they say, because they're saying it because they want you to be successful. And at the end of the day, if that mentor is your broker, you make money, they make money, everybody here winning. It's a win-win-win. So don't think that, just pick the one that give you 95-5 split and okay, I'm going to make more money. No, it's okay to give someone, it's okay for your broker or your mentor to make money off of your work. They're giving you something that is very valuable. So don't try to be cheap about it. Don't pick the cheapest version out there. Just like if you need to do an operation, you're not going to go to the cheapest doctor. You're going to find someone who can really save your life. Same thing with real estate. I think that you need to find the healthy balance between not the highest split, not the lowest split, good mentor, someone that has proven agents, maybe even someone that can tell you, you know what, I've been in this brokerage for 3 years, I'm actually doing great. Every year I'm getting better, blah, blah, blah. So try to find someone that can really guide you to the right direction. The last tip I have is go all in. Most people are starting off real estate, but they don't leave their past. They still want to hold on their job. So I'm going to do it part-time, but I'm going to do real estate part-time. Or I'm going to do this and I have this safety net. Go all in, balls out, no safety nets, no nothing. It's get rich or die trying. That's what 50 Cent said, and I love it.
It's true.
It's You got to go for it 100%. If you half-ass it, it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. And many people come to me, they're like, well, I have this other job I'm doing on the weekends, and I have these other things I'm doing. And they're just not really finding the right balance, because it's not possible to have another job or to be busy whenever if your client wants to see a house or want to see an apartment or want to see a condo or whatever, you got to be there. You got to be focused on especially in the beginning when you don't know the market. You got to know there is a lot of lingo you don't know. If you think the real estate license course taught you real estate, you're completely wrong. 99% of what they taught you is you're not going to use. So you got to be 100% focused. You got to be obsessed. You got to be obsessed with it. If you're not becoming obsessed with it, nothing is going to help you. If you're not becoming obsessed with your profession, and this is kind of like going back to, you got to do what you love. Because if you are, and listen to me, if you are getting into real estate just because you can make a lot of money, stop it right now. This is not going to work. You got to get into real estate if you love to help people, if you love the connection, if you love architecture, if beautiful houses are a turn on for you, great. This is what really makes you wake up in the morning and be happy. Amazing. Because if you do something you love, you will never work a day in your life. But if you're choosing real estate because you think you can make a lot of money off of it, it's not going to work.
It's not.
Anyone that came because of the money quit. Nobody really survived, because this business is very hard. And just like I would never choose to be a doctor, because if I see blood, I'm gonna faint. So
I'm
I
the
know
same.
for a fact that a brain surgeon make billions of dollars, but I could probably never do it because I don't think I'm talented in doing that. And also, like, I don't think I can look at blood and all that. So a lot of people think, oh my God, I'm going to go show a couple of houses, I'm going to make a couple of millions, and that's going to be great. No, this business there is a lot of ups and downs. This business is a roller coaster. One day you up, one day you down, and the lows are lows and the highs are highs, and you have to be very strong. You got to have a thick skin. You almost need to be brushing it off super quick to not even let it stick to you. If you let it stick to you and you let it, suck out your energy, you're never going to make it. So you got to do what you love. If you love real estate because of, different reasons, like I said, architecture, new construction, you love to help people, you want to be, that's amazing. When you're finding a home for a family and this is what they were looking for and you got them a good deal, there is no bigger satisfaction than this to a good agent that this is their passion. That's the drive, way more than the commission. The commission is a nice bonus, but to see the people's faces and how happy they are, and you find them their best investment, and that's going to take them to the next step, because that house is going to be worth way more in 5, 6, 7 years when they're ready to sell it. And you building on them to go to you to sell it as well and buy the next house after. That's the best feeling in the world, way more than money. And you got to love what you do. You got to be focused. You got to go all in. You can't
half-ass. You can't just dip your toes into it.
You can't hold the stick from both ends. It's just not going to work. You got to let go of your past. You got to understand that you're sacrificing your old self to your new self. And if you're not ready to do it, you're not ready to become a real estate agent.
Man, I agree with you, man, on every single point. Dude, you delivered every single thing you needed to deliver. How can people find you? What platforms are you on?
I'm on Instagram,
Okay.
Avi X Sheleg, Sheleg. My business Instagram is thefirm.re.
Nice.
And I'm working on my TikTok, YouTube. Stay tuned. It's all coming.
I love it, bro. Man, that was said with a lot of passion. You delivered, bro, like everything that the audience needs to hear. And you need to speak on stage, dude. Like literally, you need to be on stage.
One day, we
lives.
can, man, it would be my dream and honor to do it with you.
Yeah, bro, let's do it, man. You're a beast, man. Just listening to your stories, listen to everything that you went through, bro, is like, yeah, this is really inspiring, bro.
That's not
I
even
love
10%, man. We can talk for hours, bro.
Oh, I love it. And this is the thing, is like when people hear that natural like energy coming out of you, this is what I was talking about earlier when we were talking, is like when they hear that come out of you and you're not even thinking, it's just flowing out of you just naturally. It's because you've been through these things. This is the real Avi. This is you. Ain't nobody else can tell this story.
Exactly. And you know what else I was thinking? I was like, I had this idea, right? So I'm moving to a new office right now. So I want to really design it in a very nice way. So I'm going to have like a studio there, and I'm going to have a couple of walls that are going to be super like Instagrammable and super, good looking with my logos and everything. It's going to be super beautiful.
Hell yeah.
I was thinking to set up the camera right in front of me. And a lot of the times, just the agent asks me a question, or my secretary, or my some people, and I start talking about stuff, and I'm like, shit, I wish I was recording it. You know what? That was real. And that's what I want to do. So if I feel like I have something to say, I'm going to go, I'm going to press record, and I'm going to talk.
Hit it, bro.
You slice it, dice it, and you can have some really good stuff.
That's perfect. People will know.
That's like my goal, because I don't want to be just looking at a list of ideas and just go by them. And
no. Those are just ideas.
I want to use that maybe 20, 30%.
Not even like 10 to 15% of that.
Yeah. Like I said, I still don't have the right recipe, but it's somewhere over there. And I want to have like 50% of me just flowing, because I feel like I do have a lot to say.
Bro, you have a lot to say.
And I've been through so much, from the ups and downs and everything. And then like, obviously I need like 10, 15% of like real valuable information, like stats and stuff like that. So people can really get the feeling that they can trust you. And I think that's going to be the really great, recipe.
I love it, bro. Like having that camera in the office or having it filmed, just letting people inside of that office of what it would feel like being in that culture.
Yeah,
that's the thing that you're showing.
Yeah, exactly, 100%.
It's raw. People love raw shit.
And you know what? I have another idea. I'm not going to call it the office. I'm going to call it the studio.
Hey, there you go.
So I'm going to tell my agents, hey, you guys coming to work from the studio? It's not going to be an office anymore. Office is a boring word. Let's work from the studio. The whole space is going to be beautiful designs, beautiful. Every little corner will be beautiful. So
Man,
that's what I'm thinking.
I'm pumped to see this, bro.
Yeah.
When I visit, I'm visiting you. When I go to
Oh,
Houston, bro, you already
100%.
know.
If I hear you've been in Houston, you didn't call me. You're done.
Oh, bro, that would never happen. You already know you're the first person I'm letting know that I'm in Houston, bro.
I'm going to take out Scott first because he's little.
Oh,
Oh,
bro,
man.
that's too funny, man. Oh, bro.
I love Scott. He's such a good
Yeah,
guy.
he is, man. I love my brother. I love my brother. But yeah, bro, this is the passion that I love to hear. You speak with freaking fire in you, bro.